Hi everyone, Cheese Sandwich here with another guide. Well, I should actually say Cheese Sandwich. It's got the V in it, my name, YouTube name. Anyway, this guide is about the Balor Formorian, and if you don't know what that is, basically there was this event a while ago where what used to be in Warframe there used to be all these different relays that I'm pretty sure I've talked about before at one point. So there was like for instance some of the relays are still left. Like there is one, the Lundra relay on Mercury, and you can go there for a number of things. I've gone to the relays a number of times already in my videos, so you probably already know what they're about. But the Balor Formorians, they are basically a giant Death Star like grineer capital ship that I've talked about before, and they went around and they blew up a lot of relays. So like if for instance you go to Eris, here there used to be the Cooper relay, but it's just rubble. And one of the relays was actually rebuilt in a video I done called it was the Stratus relay. I done a video about how I fought off Sarkis Rock using Ember, using his own stuff against him. And right now there's a battle for Morian going against it. Now the bad thing about this all is, well, the community rushed to this event a lot faster than I anticipated. If you ever watched that one scene in Finding Nemo where the seagull's just screaming mine over and over and over, that is basically what happened because oh wait, I shouldn't go in there. Because as you can see right there, the integrity of the Balor Formorian shows how like much health it has left, and it's at 4.9 currently. So I'm barely just able to get in here in time and make this video about how to actually beat it before it's killed. Basically treat this video as a guide for the next one that comes, because by the time this is out, the Balor Formorian's already going to be defeated. Okay, so first things first, when the Balor Formorian comes, you will get an inbox message from the Lotus giving you a certain thingamajig. Let me just find it. Okay, here it is. All hands incoming Formorian. So Vahak, he's launching to Formorian. Oh yeah, basically, sorry, I forgot to mention as well, the previous event, what happened in it, it was actually a lead up to a bunch of events. So first, you try, it's how it happened ages ago, by the way. So first, the players all went and tried to kill the Balor Formorians, like sabotage them with some infested goo, and they put them in the reactors, but that didn't destroy all of them. Then there was another operation, the Operation Tethra, to destroy, to steal the the reactors of the more Formorians that were being built. But then it turned out Vahak still had more Formorians. Like, I don't know how you even build so many super weapons. It's ludicrous. Anyway, so once you've got that thing from your inbox, you just go down here and then you search for it. I actually forget what it's called. Sorry, so I'm just I really should stop doing this and wasting all my time. I'm just gonna go back to the inbox and check what it's called. Ah, yes, of course, the Formorian Disruptor. If you're wondering why I'm a little all over the place, it's because I'm a little bit tired right now. Alright, so, yeah, searching up. So, to build this, you will need 300 cryotic and also an omega isotope and some nanospores. Nanospores are pretty easy to explain. Cryotic is just what you dig up from excavation missions. If you even even if you're a new player, you should have a bit of this because you would have probably done the Everest node on Earth a few times. But isotopes is what is different, and I'm going to show you how to get them as well. So isotopes are basically like little bits of residual radiation that the Fomorian leaves behind, and they will appear at whatever planet that they appear at whatever planet the Fomorian is attacking. So currently it's Earth, and they will appear on Earth. If it was a different planet, then they would appear there. So I'm just going to go into a regular quick capture mission, just so I can very quickly do it before the Fomorian is defeated. I mean, I probably won't get defeated in the time that I make this video, but definitely after the video is done and uploaded, it will be defeated. But I just want to go into a really quick capture mission so I can just show you what this stuff actually looks like. So just skipping the intro cinematic. And going up here, basically what we're looking for is this basically what you've seen in the Foundry screen. So this little blue ball with some red in it. Now keep in mind that it usually spawns in as clueless as ever. The grineers suck, I guess. Yes, as I was saying, you may not find it at first because it isn't that much of a rare drop, but you will need to kill a decent number of grineer to actually find one. In fact, I'm actually just going to put a cut in here until I find the isotope so I can actually show you what it looks like. And I'm again just amazed at how dumb and like clueless these grineer are. I'm just stealth killing so many of them. So here we are after the cut. That there is actually the isotope. You can see it right there. It actually dropped out of one of these, not really seekers, but whatever you call those like floating things, you can find them on Earth. They're basically like a floating little blimp Zeppelin thing, and Vayhak will keep on shouting on and on and on and on about settlements through them. So yeah, that was what I got it off, and as you can see there, I just collected it. By the way, these little isotope things are affected by resource boosters. Oh, and if you're on Earth, and the Formorian isn't getting killed really quickly like right now, one of the things you can do is, like, what I'm saying is you don't have to be the one who kills the grineer to actually collect the isotope. If the grineer just straight up die, they may drop the isotope. So one of the things you could do, if you want to have just a really relaxing time collecting the isotopes, is just do a few things like this capture mission that I'm doing right here. And then, instead of going and just killing all the grineer yourselves, you just like go to a nearby Kubra den, hide behind it so the grineer are stupid enough to shoot the den, and rile up all the Kubras, and then just watch the madness ensue, because Kubras actually always spawn at a slightly a few higher levels, at a few levels higher than the grineer, so they are very, very adept at just murdering them. Also, keep in mind, two last things is, there are two types of resource boosters you can get in this game. They can be either bought for platinum, which I don't recommend doing, bought off Barakatir for a heap of ducats, or ducats, however you pronounce it, which I actually also don't recommend doing. So probably one of the only ways you're actually going to get them is either if someone gifts you, which I wouldn't recommend gifting something to anyone, because they are far more valuable things, in my opinion. You can buy someone with platinum. Or, what most likely happens to you is that you get a 3-hour one from logging in, a login reward. So, as I was explaining, the two types, how they work, is the blue one increases your chance to get rare drops off things. For instance, it will increase the chance, for example, of Orokin cells dropping from Forage, which is a boss I've covered in one of my previous videos. And I'm not exactly sure if it makes the little Formorian isotopes drop. You will want to go to the wiki and look that up for yourself and research that information for yourself. But I do know that the orange boosters do double, they double all the resources you collect, and that includes the isotopes. Oh, neat. By me talking, I actually managed to, in the meantime, finish the mission. And as you can see there, I collected an isotope. So, I won't actually have to put another cut in here, which is great because it saves me editing time. I can move on straight to the Balor Formorian. Well, after, of course, explaining a tiny bit more about Arcwings and everything. Alright, so just waiting to load back into the ship, and done. Okay, so, for the Arcwing, you will need to have completed the Arcwing quest. Unfortunately, I can't actually record myself doing this and show you exactly what you need to do on this quest, because it is one of the few quests that is not repeatable, and I finished this way, like a really long time ago. I basically finished that quest before I started making YouTube videos about Warframe. Yes, it is before even my little glitch in Warframe that I found, that one soundless video I have where I jump a few times. Right at the bottom of my channel if you want to view it, by the way. Anyway, so as I was saying, I can't replay that quest, sadly, but it's really, really simple. Basically, what you do to get the Arcwing is just go drilling a bunch of times, like an average excavation mission. You just do one drill each time, and then you build it using a bunch of components. And then you walk on this one ship, the ship gets blown up, and Lotus is like, oh no, and then Orders is like, don't worry, I have to deploy the Arcwing, and then you finish the mission. So, once that is done, you will want to go to low-level Arcwing missions, such as Urpo on Earth, level 1 to 6, and start leveling up your Arcwing. This is because, unlike the original Eyes of Blight event, where the Battle for Morians came, the one that came to Earth in that instance was actually low level. Like, the enemies around there were level 10. So you could basically go straight from getting your Arcwing, doing a few missions of Urpo, and maybe like a few other missions, like let's say you then go to Phobos and do the Arcwing mission here at Kepler, the Rush one, level 12 to 14. You'd level up your Arcwing enough to go to Earth. But it's not actually the case this time, because this Battle for Morian is level 10 to 20. So, it's not just a Battle for Morian, it's heaps of grineer, like little goons and crones that fly around in little dargons and everything. They will also kick your butt if you're not high enough level. So sadly, if you're new to the game, you may miss out on the Formorian event and all its rewards and such. And wow, it's already gone down from 4.9% to 4.7%. I'm glad I'm making this video now and not too late. So, anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to go down into my arsenal and show you generally, well, like what you'd need to, well, stand actually a chance against the Battle for Morian. So as you can see here, I have a lot of health and shield here, and that's really needed to keep up with like how much damage all the enemies can output and everything, and also other things like increasing your energy here. And I'm pretty sure I have, this prime morphotronics transfer, which increases the Archwing ability strength, which makes you can actually kill stuff with the abilities. And keep in mind that any mods you have equipped not in Archwing mode won't affect you. It used to be that you should equip the most beefiest Warframe you can, for instance Rhino or Valkyr, because their health would scale onto the Archwing. It's not the case anymore, because all mods are that I've installed here are not counted for an Archwing mission, and sadly that means also Rejuvenation and Coaction Drift are not counted. These are two mods that I love that periodically just regenerate your health. It's like auto heal in a lot of FPS games where you just hide behind a wall. So you don't have to hide behind a wall. It constantly regenerates your health. But sadly, that's not the case here because it's using Archwing mods instead of those, so you won't actually be able to self-heal. In fact, to self-heal, you will need the Amisha Archwing, which I can't even really use right now, as you can see, because even though I have the Odinata, the Itzel, and the Amisha, actually Odinata Prime, I'm only really going to use the Odinata because all those are level 0. So if I went in there, the Balor formorian would be like, oh look, level 0 Tenno, just shoots and I just vaporize myself instantly. Also, for your guns, I suggest, well, as you can see, this one's really like modded to all hell and back, so it's got heaps of damage here. This may not seem like much, but keep in mind this is a machine gun. You will need this kind of damage to actually output a good amount of damage on the Balor formorian and actually get the rewards. Because if we go back to the navigation screen, there's actually a certain amount of damage you have to inflict. So, at, that's either 100,000 or 1,000,000 damage. And I get kind of mixed up with the zeros sometimes. Yes, I know it's kind of pathetic, but now it's me in numbers. I was never good at maths. Anyway, you have to do that much damage to get an Orokin Catalyst. And by do that much damage, well, I'm better off just going in the mission and actually showing you what you have to do. Oh yeah, good. Thank you to the game for reminding me. You also have to have a Balor formorian Disruptor in your inventory, and you will use one up each time you do this mission. It's in your gear, by the way. So I'm just going to exchange this thing here because this infested catalyst isn't really going to be used anymore until the next Boil Lens and see this. That was from my how to do Operation Plague Star video if you haven't seen it. So, equipping the Balor formorian Disruptor now. I don't know why it says only one. I actually have 10 of them. I built 10 of them when the last Balor formorian was around because I didn't want to have to wait around building heaps when the next one comes. Yeah, so you go into the mission. You can pretty much skip the intro sequence because it's just you flying in. And then here we are in the actual mission. Now you want to what you're meant to do is get up to the Balor formorian and then get inside of it. The grineer will deploy these really annoying zeppelins all the time. The Lotus will indicate to you where they are on your map. That's one of the zeppelins right there. And you just shoot it, generally, to get rid of it. And if you don't shoot it, then you just continuously whack into the energy bubble that projects. And every time you see that projectile incoming thing, you really should get behind an asteroid, like so. And then it will go away because that indicates that the projectile incoming thing indicates that the Balor formorian is targeting you. If you have heaps of health in your Archwing like I do, you may be able to actually survive a shot by it, but it's best just to not get shot by it at all, generally. Yeah, so this actually gets quite annoying, and I've done this before, so trust me, I know how annoying it is, but they will just keep deploying these Zeppelins over and over and over again. You're like, oh, I'm nearly there, Zeppelin. Oh, I'm nearly there, Zeppelin. It's really, in fact, in my opinion, infuriating game design. I wish the game designers could do that, but the good thing is, you can actually, as you can see now, shoot the Zeppelin before you even go into its field. Just kill it before that happens. So, once you get up to the Balor formorian, you will need to shoot this generator core, which will then pop up the generator, and then it will extend these fins. Shoot the fins for extra damage, or just don't give a crap and shoot the middle of it. Whatever suits your fancy. Usually if there are a lot more players, they will generally shoot it very quickly, but I'm just going to do I'm doing all of this solo, so I can actually show you what everything is like. You can see that yellow beam there is actually the formorian trying to shoot at me. That there is one of its guns. Basically the reason why it's not hitting me so much right now is because think of this a lot like the Star Wars trench run in Episode 4, A New Hope, where the rebels are trying to go and destroy the Death Star, and all those cannons are shooting, and the cannons just can't get a good beat in the rebels. In fact, that is like almost exactly what's happening right now. the grineer can't get a good beat in me because my Archwing is just so fast and nimble and zippy. But the funny thing is, unlike in Star Wars Episode 5, they have no Darth Vader or anything like that to come out of Formorian. Like, Vahak's a bit of a coward, so unlike what Darth Vader did in Episode 4, he is not going to come out of Formorian and be like, hey Tenno, stop destroying my ship. He's just gonna send his goons after me, which is like sending an old rickety tractor in this case after a sports car. They just are not going to catch me because of how fast I modded my Archwing to be. Okay, so once you've destroyed those things, you get inside, go right up to this generator thing, then you hit Q if you're on PC, whatever it is on Xbox or whatever, access Q will, deploy the disruptor, and you will hit the generator, and then you have to try and do as much damage as possible to the generator. If you destroy these little core things, they give you a damage multiplier. So try and destroy the core, as well as just generally pummeling the Formorian with as many bullets as you can get. That you can not get, but just shoot. You just shoot the entire thing as much as you can. And then once you have shot it enough, this minimum distance thing will appear. And I don't even know why they really even put this in the game. It's kind of weird because it says like you have a certain amount of time to escape to a minimum distance. But even if you aren't that far away and someone else does in your squad, which is really easy to do, then you will still get extract successfully and get your reward, which I just do not get a minimum distance thing. So you can see all the grineer kind of just hanging back there, and the ship is going to go supernova or something, as you can see from like the white screen effect. Although it's not going to blow up because you need many runs to damage. Okay, so you actually had to inflict 1,000,000 damage, and as you can see, using my weapons and everything, I got close, quite 700,000, but I did not get 1,000,000 damage inflicted because I just can't shoot that much with my gun. Also, the other thing is you get from this is a reward of credits usually. Endo, like this is a really decent amount actually, a really decent amount of Endo for doing it. And, of course, Imperator Vandal, I almost said Prime, it's not Prime, it's Vandal, parts. The Imperator Vandal is actually the weapon I was using. It's basically like a more shiny version of the regular Vandal with Lotus decals on it. Like, as you can see, it's just super shiny. So, the regular Imperator, this gun right here, it's basically your standard Archwing gun. It's a standard machine gun. And the Imperator Vandal is basically just yet a better version of that. So that actually, and when you complete the Formorian event, you will get parts from it that you can access in your equipment. I think it's under miscellaneous, but I'm just actually going to search for all so I make sure I actually, yeah, here they are. So here are my Imperator parts. I got a barrel, a blueprint, and nothing else. So I actually don't have enough parts to build the gun because it is actually very hard to get all the parts you need off this Formorian event. You can run the event tons and tons of times, and you may not get the parts you need. In fact, the reason why I even have an Imperator Vandal is because the original Eyes of Blight event gave you a fully built one. So it has actually been hard enough that even though I've done these Formorian events every time they come out, I haven't done them like mad, like I haven't fully grinded them, but I've kind of like casually grinded them. I've never got a full Imperator part. In fact, I recommend to lower your frustrations, just go and farm a bunch of Prime junk. That is, Prime junk is another word for just any old Prime stuff that people will sell to each other so they have enough ducats for when Balor comes around. Once you have enough of that, just sell it to a few players, get platinum, and buy the Imperator Vandal parts. That is if you even like the Imperator Vandal. There are other Archwing weapons that you may like even more and just want to use them instead. For example, this one kind of flat cannon I have called the Grattler. You can look up other YouTube videos about it because I don't want to just go into a mission and basically show off me shooting it. I don't need to provide you that information. You can already find it yourself. So that's actually pretty much everything you need to know about the video and how to like fight the Battle of Formorians and everything. And I wish you luck next time this event comes around because, like I said before, this is definitely going to be over by the time I upload this video. And I'm going to try and upload this video today, and it's still probably going to be over in that period of time. Or maybe it will be uploaded when there's like 1.1% left. But either way, yeah, I did not expect the community to go so seagull over this Battle of Formorian. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.